Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Scorched Earth, and I am over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I wanted to show you a really cool video using the thing to my left, and this is how you can actually automate your train. Now, why would this be useful, right? Because obviously I'm sitting here and I have no train next to me. Essentially what this game allows you to do is to create a train track and send it on a, I guess for lack of a better way to say this, to send it on a track without anyone being on it. So you can literally have a train go from one part to the other part without anyone being present. Now my train is currently on its way. It'll be here in a couple of seconds. It's on a very, very long track. But this is going to make a massive, massive, massive difference because you don't have to be in render range. You don't have to do anything. Your train just shows up. And that is a super cool function that Ark has added in. Yeah, it's really neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Where did my train go? There it is. So you can see it. It's right here. So it's automated. It's gonna automatically run down the tracks and it's gonna show up at my base. Now, the reason that's really neat is no one needs to be on it. So as long as you are on this thing and you go ahead and hit E and go backwards, it'll go either backwards or forwards for you, allowing you to send resources, allowing you to send creatures, allowing you to send whatever you need to your base, to and from your base, which is a huge, huge advantage. Now, obviously, this isn't something that's going to be really super useful in a PvP perspective, but on solo player servers and maps that are more PvE centric, this is a huge thing because it allows you to save a lot of time because trains don't get affected by things like the sandstorms and stuff like that. It makes a big, big difference. So I want to show you, I mean, it's just a really cool concept. So we're gonna let this thing go backwards. I mean, we're almost there. Now, obviously I wish they were a little bit faster, but unfortunately trains aren't fast. And I think it's fair because they'd be super broken for PvP purposes if they were any faster, because they can move quick enough to the point where you can get kind of inside of somebody's area. Makes them a little bit difficult to counter. But now with their speed, it's really more of a PvE centric thing. And that's kind of the point behind these things. But again, we're almost there. And just to show you what happens when they actually get on the end without you being present. Boop. They just stop on their own, which is super freaking cool. So you can go ahead and put something on them. You can put whatever you want. And all you have to do in order to automate your train is go ahead and drive, move the forward or tap the forward button. And then you're going to go ahead and just let it go. It will go to its destination, which is really, really awesome, obviously, because it's just going to do what it needs to do. And I like that. Now on solo player servers, so like on my game right now, because I'm running off of my computer, you need to make sure that you have hibernation turned off. Otherwise, anything outside of your render range doesn't actually happen in game and it kind of goes into a freeze state. But if you are on a server or something along those lines, ooh, perfect timing, actually. So there we go. So that's a sandstorm, obviously. So now that we are inside of the sandstorm, the negative thing of sandstorms is it basically takes any creature or person that's running or riding, it puts their stamina to 0 and it goes to 0 until the sandstorm is over. But the train doesn't qualify for that. So the train can keep right on pushing through a sandstorm. So you can literally get grinding and all that stuff done as long as you set up tracks. Now, again, the only negative is that trains are kind of slow. At best, I would call this, I guess it's got a little speed to it, but I mean, I wouldn't call it quick, if that makes sense. So as I sit on this, let's call it, I don't know, running speed or sprinting speed of a player is pretty much the speed of the train engine. And yeah, so you can send it to its location just by tapping the forward button and it'll automatically go. As long as you have one of those things at the end of the train tracks, see how I've got the little bumper? The bumper prevents the train from exploding because that can happen if you destroy the tracks underneath it and stuff like that. The train will automatically stop. You can go to your destination, put a bed on the train, and that's one of the best things that you can do or near the entrance of the train. And you can literally just out, sleep, and then show up at your new location, get the resources done, use the bed to fast travel back, and the train will bring you your resources for you. So that's a huge advantage and definitely something that people are going to be able to use in a PvE centric style to automate this train and just literally just go boop, just like I did right here. I would recommend maybe going to, if you wanted to, let's go ahead and get a bed, right? Because if you're having single player issues, like if you're not able to change the hibernation, stuff like that, you can literally just go ahead and hold E on your bed And then you can go ahead and lay on the bed. Oh man, it's not going to let me do that. Oh well, you used to be able to. Put a chair down if you wanted to as well. That way your character enters stasis, and then you can go get a drink, make some dinner, do whatever you need to do. Let your train run its route and make it to where it needs to go on its own. I think that having trains like this are super useful, and I think it's a really neat strategy that that Ark has done very well. I don't usually give Ark the biggest compliments because they've made a lot of mistakes recently. But the trains being automated and not having to have someone drive them constantly are a super useful thing. And I'm going to use these in order to definitely grind my butt off, because I can literally just send resources where they need to go or send an Anki where it needs to go. And especially once you get like multiple train networks with lefts and rights and all that kind of stuff, it's going to make it so fun. So anyways, below, I'm going to start working with a little bit more trains. If you've got some awesome ideas for trains and stuff like that, let me know. And in the comment section, and then go ahead and give this video a like if you don't mind, and then consider subbing to the channel for some more Ark content. All right, Teach out.